to my channel. My name is Dumebilia and this is actually my first video, so I'm so excited. Please subscribe, that will make me really happy, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So today's look is actually, I just wanted to start with the basics, the brows, how I did my brows. That's what today's video is all about, how I did my brows. And well, there are a couple of ways you could achieve a perfect brow. You could use a brow pencil, you could use a brow gel, you could also use a brow powder. I've tried all three ways and I have my personal favorites. I love using a brow gel the most, then a brow pencil. So today I wanted to give you like alternatives. So I did one of my brows using a brow pencil and I did this one using a brow gel. So yeah, if you want to know how I did it, please keep watching. So first off, you want to make sure that your brows are already neatly carved. You've gotten rid of all the stray hairs, you know, those hairs that wouldn't just stay in place. So I brushed up with the spoolie, then I'm using my pencil to measure. I want to know where the brow will begin, where the arc will be, and where the brow will end. So I'm filling in starting from the bottom of the brow. I'm drawing a straight line at the bottom of the brow and I'm using the pencil Davis in the shade 003. So I'm done with the bottom and now I go right to the top of the brow and I connect it. And girls, you have to make sure that you connect it in a way that it looks really sharp enough to kill. So then I'm going to fill in starting from the sparse area and then I take it into the areas where I have more hair. I'm filling lightly, making sure that the pencil blends with my hair. Then I keep filling. If you notice, I didn't start from the beginning because we just have to fill the beginning of the brow with very light strokes and, you know, upward basically, because we want to have that scanty faded look that we so love at the beginning of our brows. So I'm done filling in now. I'm brushing with the spoolie again, brushing the beginning part upwards and the other part down. So now I'm going to use my straight brush. Then I'm going to use two concealers. The first one, which is the black one, is the classic Superior concealer in the color 03, and the second one, which is the lighter one, is the Milani Secret Cover concealer in the shade 02, which is pretty light for me. So what I do is that I mix the both of them. So now using that straight brush, I'm going to be using the concealer to clean up the brow, and that brush is my holy grail. It helps me draw that line because it's a straight line underneath the brow. It's steady. You could also use an angled brush for these guys. You know, an angled brush would do pretty much the same thing. So after applying the concealer down, I'm blending downwards because I don't just want a hash line of concealer right under the brow. Still blending. So now I'm going to use the same brush, the tip of the brush, with as little concealer as possible. Then I'm going to be cleaning up the top of the brow. You have to be really careful here because you don't want a very harsh line of concealer on top of your brow. So I use my finger to just pat in and then I'm done. So now over to our next brow. This is the brow I'm going to be using, the brow gel. And the brow gel I'm using is called the Haggai and Esther brow gel in the shade Ebony. This is the darker shade, guys. And yeah, Haggai and Esther is a Nigerian brand. So I'm filling in pretty much the same way I filled in using a pencil. I drew the line at the bottom, then I drew the line on the top. I connected, filled in the middle, and of course filled in the beginning of the brow sparsely to give us the faded look of which we already spoke about. So I'm filling in, then brushing with a spoolie again to make sure everything is nice and blended properly. So I'm going in with the same straight brush again and the same concealers that I already used before. And if you notice, guys, I prefer to begin concealing my brow from the arc. I don't know why I do that. I do the arc first before I go into the beginning of the brow. I guess it's just habit too, but well, it works for me. So blending downwards as usual. And it's very important, guys, that you already get the perfect shape of your brow before you go in with your concealer. The concealer is not meant to help you define, it's not meant to help you perfect the shape of your brow. It's just meant to help you define the brow, if you know what I mean. Don't forget to blend downwards. Blend, blend, blend. So, after blending downwards, as we saw when I did it on the first brow, we're going to go on the top again with as little concealer as possible, and then make sure that the top of the brow too is well defined, let it be as precise as possible. So you can see that the beginning of the brows already have that faded look. You don't want that whole sharp boxed up look in the beginning of your brow. It's really not flattering, girls. So I'm blending it with my fingers. So what I do usually is that when I'm applying my foundation, I use a small brush to get the foundation right on top of the brow to make sure that the harsh look of the concealer disappears. And now the brow. I wanted to show you different ways of which you can achieve very well nice structured brows. Sorry, I'm so excited. Yeah. And so guys, I'm doing a lot of yeah. Okay, let me start again.